So we're just sitting here this morning enjoying some coffee on the tiny house deck. We had a pretty big storm last night. We got a lot of rain. We got some standing water up here, which we haven't had in a long time, maybe since before we put the gravel pad in, at least. And even then it goes back to a pretty major rainstorm last fall. So I was just contemplating what we're going to do today. So we have a little bit of insulation and we have this new water tank. So what I think today is going to be is I'm going to finish up the water tank and get a stand built for this so that we can fill this from the outside and then have a hose run into our fill tube so that we don't have to try to dump a 6 gallon jerry can in there each time we want to fill it up with water. So this will give us 26 gallons in the tiny house, an additional 35 outside of the tiny house. Now the kind of neat thing about this tank is that during the winter time and when it's cold, I'm going to be able to take this tank inside, set it on the stairs, and feed a hose to our inside water. So that's going to be able to give us, 50 plus gallons on reserve at any time we need it when we're up here during the winter, because the plan is to come up here and enjoy the place during the winter. There's some great things going on up here. It's beautiful with the snow and all the ice that forms on the trees, and we want to be able to use the tiny house year round. That's why we're doing a good job insulating it. That's why we're putting a good heater in it. That's why we're making the water so we can be able to use it all the time. So let's just see how the day goes. Water stand is built and we got it about, I don't know, 2/3 full. So we're going to do a little water transfer to finish it off from our big tank to our little tank, and then we'll kind of walk through that whole water system so we can kind of see how I planned my little water system. It's not very complicated and it's not very intense, and it's certainly not a solution for everybody, but for me it was extremely cost effective. We used a bunch of repurposed materials. We reclaimed a few things, and we just got creative with what we were doing. We have a pump for a delivery system. We have a gravity feed to feed a storage tank. So we're using a lot of off-grid concepts. We don't have anything that needs to be connected to power except for our pump, which we can charge off a 12 volt, which will soon be hooked up to a solar battery with a maintainer, a battery with a solar maintainer on that battery. And I think that's a really neat solution for what we have. And when you think of something that's off grid, I don't like thinking of something that creates hardship. I like thinking of being able to do it the same way we're used to doing it, or the same way we like to do it. So if we can have a shower that's functional, treats us right, spacious, and we're not sacrificing pressure after the end of a long day of work up at the land, it's kind of fun to be able to take a shower, go to bed clean. It sure beats a long drive home sweaty and tired. It's much more fun to be able to take a nice long hot shower, go to bed, get up in the morning, take your time. At least for me, that's how I like to do it. So we finished that water delivery system. We're going to go and take the bathroom apart a little bit. We're going to burn up a couple bundles of insulation and try to get that back corner all situated away. So let's just see how it goes. Alright, insulation is up and shower is back in, and we're good to go. It's much more rigid now.